Welcome back to today's video. We're day 42 of daily vlogging here. Today's video is just going to be a chill one in the car. I have so much to tell you guys. People moving to LA, I think I see a lot of comments like that. People want to move to LA, they want to come out here. I thought I'd talk about, my experience when I moved to LA like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I want to talk about some of the things that I've accomplished here, some of the things that I haven't accomplished. Also, I got some checks for some acting work I did a long time ago. So I'll tell you what I got paid on those. Also wanted to say we have some members that have joined the channel. Super cool. I mean, I only have one members video up, and I am offering early access to some of the videos when we can get them up. I want to say thanks to Atomic Noodles, Coidal, Theirs, and Matthew. We have 4 people that have joined our memberships. That's just, you guys are so kind. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We do appreciate it. But yeah, LA, here we go. I mean, like, people ask me all the time, like, should I move to LA? Is it still worth it? Obviously, it's changed a lot. When I moved to LA, I got a sketch show. I was doing stand-up in New York. I did a character. It was a Jim Morrison lounge singer. And maybe I can cut it in right now. Let's cut it in if I can find it. But it was called The Shaman. It was pretty cool. And it did well, whatever. And then this woman came to the show and she was like, I want to make a whole show, a whole sketch show with just rock sketches. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. So she went and filmed my sketch. We went and met one day and she filmed it. And then I didn't think anything of it. And then she called me. She's like, oh yeah, I sold the show. We got 10 episodes. So I was a part of this cast with Jim Gaffigan and Patton Oswalt and Michael Ian Black and Mike Showalter and David Wayne. I was flown to LA. This was crazy. They flew me to LA. I'd never been to LA before. I was like, oh my God, this is nuts. Going by myself. I get there. There's a Mustang waiting for me, a convertible. And I get I'm like, what? And I think I landed in Long Beach, which is like kind of along the coast. This Mustang's waiting for me. I get in the Mustang. I'm like, what the heck? I turn on the car. I turn on the radio. It's the Rolling Stones Midnight Rambler. And I'm like, what? I'm like, and I don't know if you know that song. It's like, I got to sing it differently so we don't get tagged. Right? And the one, and so I'm driving up the coast in LA for the first time. I'm like, no way. I've never been so high in my entire life, just naturally high off this song, this car. I'm looking at the ocean. I love the ocean. And I'm like, oh my God, I've made it. I can't believe it. I get there. There's an apartment waiting for me. And then I go to work every day. I stayed at this place called the Oakwood, which was, it's like a place where they house people coming to do TV shows and stuff. And then when you leave, every day you go past the gate, there was a little sign and it would say, it's showtime, like that. And you'd be like, yeah, it's showtime. And so, yeah, I did the sketch show and I got paid I think I got paid like $8,000 an episode, which was a lot of money. And still a lot of money. And I was just living there doing, I was like probably like 26, 27 years old. And I was like on a TV show. But I can maybe cut it in. I think there's a John Lennon sketch on YouTube. I'll cut it in. But, so I played like John Lennon. I played like Liam Gallagher. I did all this stuff and they had really good writers. And then I would try to write things too, but I wasn't good at writing. I remember pitching things and you'd be at a table full of funny people and then you'd pitch your idea and they'd be like, no one would laugh. So that was hard. And that was my first foray into LA. And then I went back to New York when it was over. It didn't get picked up. And then I moved out here with 2 comedy partners, had a deal with Fox for a sketch show, had all these things. And yeah, that's sort of my LA story. And then as time went on, I would audition. I wasn't good at auditioning. I would get some jobs acting. And so that's where the residual things come in. And I still get paid on some of them today. Like the other day, I got residuals for The Simpsons. Now, how do you get a job on The Simpsons? You're probably saying The Simpsons? What that? Because sometimes I tell my friends, they were like, hey, it says you're on The Simpsons on your IMDb. And I was like, and I'll go like, oh yeah, I was on The Simpsons. And that, you know, it's funny. People sell things different ways. You know, I'm not one to do that. You know, like a lot of people be like, yeah, I've done The Simpsons. The truth is, it's like I knew a writer on The Simpsons. And he was like, he just called me and he was just like, do you want to come in and do like a voice, make some money? And I was like, yeah, sure. One time he called me. This was actually better than doing The Simpsons because The Simpsons voices were just Boston voices. I think I literally was like, get out of here. You got to work harder. I mean, literally my voice is like, I had like 3 lines. They were just Boston-y lines. Like, your father wants to park the car. It was something like that. But what was even better than doing The Simpsons, because that day I just went in to a booth with the writer and nobody else, and I didn't see anybody. I did get to go to a reading of The Simpsons, and that was very, very special to me. I got to see the guy who does Homer. His name is Dan Castellaneta, and they're all like sitting around. You know, everybody comes in with their coffee, and there's obviously great snacks. It's like really good snacks. And there's people from the network there. There's like 60 people in there. They're going to read a Simpsons script, you know, and the writers are going to hear it. And then they're going to go back and make changes, whatever. And then eventually, you know, those voice actors, but all the voice actors are there. And so Dan Castellaneta, I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, oh, that's the guy that plays Homer. And he's talking. He's very nice, you know. And then all of a sudden, this MFer gets up. First line is whatever his wife's name is, you know, that woman goes, you're like, oh my God, that's her voice. And then this guy just crushes. He crushes for a half an hour as Homer. And the voice is just like so good and so dialed in. Like, you know, like I can't do it. And he's like, oh, what do you mean? It's unbelievable. Crushing. And that was an experience that I do remember. And so off that, let me say, experiences like that is a reason for you to move to LA. Getting to go to a Family Guy read. I've been to that. Getting to be in the orbit of people doing cool things. And now that's not to say there's not like days and days and days where you're like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't make it. I don't have any money. I'm not getting my working. But there just is that little, I was talking about this on the Views podcast yesterday. There's always a little bit of like, this is what gets you through. You're like, there's always a little bit of hope around the corner. You're like, like you're not, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm making vlogs. I love making vlogs. It's awesome. I want to do a TV show. I'll give you an update on that soon today in this video, but on Everything Is Fine. But like, there's just that little bit of, yeah, it could happen today. It's a little bit of hope that like guides you through. Anything could happen. I remember one time I was completely broke, and I go to the gym. I go to Crunch Fitness, and I am broke. I got nothing. I got no money. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And this is probably why people are religious, because I can see why they are. Because if you hold on to hope, if you just keep going, good things happen. I literally get on the treadmill. I'm running at the gym. My phone rings. And the guy's like, hey, is this Jason Nash? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, hey, my name is Eric Pankowski. I work for TMZ. He's like, I wanna make you a host of our new show. I'm nobody at this point. I never been on TV. I never done anything. I go, who is this? Who is this? And he goes, it's Eric Pankowski from TMZ. I go, shut the f*** up. I go, lose my number. I go, I don't know who this is. It's like someone messing with me. He goes, no. Don't hang up. He goes, listen, where are you? Where are you right now? I go, I'm at Crunch Fitness. Like that. And he goes, what? I go, I'm at Crunch Fitness. And he goes, I'm across the way. He goes, I go, dude, shut the f*** up. Just goodbye. He goes, no. He goes, I'm next door. I'm next door to you. I go, what do you mean? What do you mean you're next door to me? And this is a story of like being in LA and proximity. Just being in the right place. I go. He goes, don't move. He goes, listen, just do me a favor. Just walk outside. Just walk outside Crunch Fitness. I go, okay, whatever. I walk outside Crunch Fitness. I'm looking around. I'm on the second floor of like a plaza, like a mall, an outdoor mall. I go. He goes, he waves his, I see this guy waving to me. I go, he goes, come over here. TMZ is across the way. I go in there. He goes, hey, I want you to host this show. He's like, I'm going to pay you a ton of money, blah, 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 blah. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah. He goes, I want you to host a show and it starts Monday. Can you start Monday? A national TV show. It was called Beyond Twisted. And I go, what? And I go, how did you find me? And he goes, oh, I saw some of your shorts on Funny or Die. You look like you were funny. So we said, I was like, what? It was like a three-minute shorts that I was making on Funny or Die. And sure enough, I was the host of a national TV show that went after TMZ. It was on all Fox stations. I think we lasted for 2 weeks, got canceled. And it was like a very almost like a soup style show, showing internet clips and commenting on them. So there you go. That's like being in the right place at the right time, or just, I don't know. Stuff like that does happen. So should you move to LA? Yes, you should. But also, now things have changed, whereas all the other cities are pretty great too. So let me take that back. I would say no. Don't move to LA unless you really, really love it here. You really feel like it's the place for you. The weather's great. And if you are going to move to LA, try and come with a couple of friends. Don't come out alone. Now, if you do decide to come and you come out alone, you have to surround yourself with people you trust, good people, because there are a lot of bad people here, like in any city. I hope that I don't know, is helpful if you do want to move here. But I would say too, like, media has changed so much that you can just stay where you are and make content and do, I think, just as well. So that would be my final answer. Although there's nothing like coming here and feeling like a little bit of the magic, going to a premiere. And yeah, so I will say that. Or even how I started doing YouTube. I was doing stand-up one night and, a certain influencer was in the audience. And if you haven't heard that story, I'll tell it again. It was David, and I got off stage. I didn't think anything of it. And again, I was like, I had nothing going on. I was like, I'm just going to go do stand-up. I was like, I don't have anything going on. And I was installing speakers at the time. And I was just like at the end of my rope, and I was just like, you know what? I was like, I'm just going to go do stand-up. Just go do something that I like, just for fun. Just go out there and have fun. And I got to the Improv, and I was there. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again in case there's any new viewers. And I looked at the audience, and I was like, it's a really, really young audience. So I decided, I threw out everything I was going to do in my set, and I was like, I'm just going to make fun of young people in this set. And it went good. And then sure enough, right after, David walked up to me and he was like, let's start working together, literally the next day. So that, again, those little opportunities couldn't have happened unless I was here. So something to think about when you're considering moving here. As far as The Simpsons, and what I just got a check. There's an episode called The Town. I cashed it this morning. I can't show you it, but I did cash it this morning. I have the receipt, and I got 2 checks for $9. 2 checks for $9. And that'll just give you an idea of what residuals look like. Of course, that show was 15, 16 years ago. Sometimes the checks are really funny. They'll be like, you'll get a check for like 2 pennies. It'll literally be 2 cents. And you'll be like, oh, okay. Like, it costs them more than that to mail it. I don't know if you guys are, if anybody's struggling out there, put it in the comments. Let me know what's going on with you. Let me know if you're interested in entertainment, or if you're interested in, or even if you're in another business and things aren't going exactly right. I want to hear from you. I want to know what's going on, because we have a really good community here that we've been cultivating for the last 40 days. A lot of good people. People are so nice in the comments. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. And yeah, all right. Stay lit. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.